Goal Getting Podcast Season 2, Episode 13. Hey, let's change it up. Got a goal and you just can't hit it? Well, fill up here and we'll help you get it. Learn the goal achievement success system here on Goal Getting Podcast and put some gas in your goals to power you to the finish line. Learn how to use gas in your goals with your guide, Tony Woodall, as he provides tips, strategies, and inspiration with quote and advice from experts to help you get the goals you set. Let's go, friends. Rev up your engines and let's take off for success. Hey, goal getters, welcome back to the show. Today I'm going to share a quote from one of my oldest and dearest friends, Mr. Bud Malmstrom. Today's quote is, "Without change, there is no growth." My best friend and martial arts sensei, Bud Malmstrom, uses this saying in his classes often. Every living thing changes or must change, for without that change there would be no growth. A seed must change to become a tree. A fruit must change from a bud to a flower to the fruit. Without that change, we just have plants, leaves. But we wouldn't have that if the seed didn't change first. We must change as people if we want to grow. We must change if we want to change. If you want to be different than you are today, you have to do things differently than you did before. Your goal is to lose weight, let's say. Regardless of your why, you must change something you were doing before. The best way to learn what you can or need to change is to start by journaling your day. Start with waking up and finish before you go to bed. Do this before you start your magic 30 minutes of the Goal Achievement Success System Mental Bank program, however. When you journal, try to be as specific as possible and as complete as possible. If you sit on the couch after work for an hour, watching TV, having a glass of wine or a beer to relax, and snacking on some chips or pretzels before you get up to start dinner, don't forget to enter that. When you complete a week in your journal, start looking at the activities that you do each day. What times do you eat anything? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and any and all snacking. How often are you snacking, and what are you eating for those snacks? How many drinks are you having that have alcohol in them during your snack times? Why am I concentrating on what you're eating? Well, it's going to be easier for you to change your eating habits when you get started than it will be to change your activity habits. If your goal is to lose weight, what you eat is 80% of the work you will have to do. That's the biggest issue that we have in being overweight. Let's look at what we can change on this list. What are you snacking on during the day? If you remember my doctor's recommendation, I was allowed 200 calories for snacks during the day. You can snack, but you will have to and want to limit your snacking to the right foods. Snacking is often a bad habit we have created as a response to a trigger. I talked about this and how to change your bad snacking habits in episode 9 of Goal Getting Podcast titled Taming My Tiger. If you can't find it on iTunes, you can go to goalgettingpodcast.com/episode-9, or you can click on the link on the show notes page at goalgettingpodcast.com/S2-E13, S2-E13 to listen. I discussed above a scenario that many of us have encountered. Tired from work, we have a beer or some wine and snack on chips or something like that. Both of these choices are full of unnecessary calories, especially before preparing dinner. Each drink is between 110 to 300 calories, maybe more depending on what you're drinking. The chips or other snack food is likely as much or more depending on the quantity you eat. If you can change that one habit, when you come home, you will reduce your calorie consumption by 300 to 1,000 calories each day. That's a big change and a big step forward toward the goal you set. Review your eating habits. When does your tiger go on the prowl? Tame your tiger and reduce the craving for those high-calorie snacks. Make the little change that you can control, and when you do it, reward yourself with something non-food related, preferably. Buy something special. Treat yourself to a movie, but stay away from the popcorn and the candy. You can make the small changes, and it will help you grow, or in the case of a weight loss goal, help you shrink. Physically, but grow emotionally and mentally when you realize how successful you've been. Friends, go out today and make a small change you can control and grow. I'm going to be giving away a 1-hour consultation to the first 5 people that download the goal setting worksheet from goalgettingpodcast.com/action this week. I'd love for you to email me a completed goal setting worksheet defining one of your goals you are working on to Tony@goalgettingpodcast.com. We will connect over Skype and review your worksheet, work on building your goal maintenance worksheet for your goal so you can measure and track your progress. We'll work on setting you up for a plan for success using the Goal Achievement Success System. Send your completed goal getting worksheet as a PDF preferably to Tony@goalgettingpodcast.com. Today's episode's been sponsored by Audible.com. I get a lot of my quotes from great books that I read, and if you like to listen to books on audio like I do, I put together a deal with Audible.com to give Goal Getting podcast listeners a free audiobook of your choice and a 30-day trial of Audible's service to try them out. All you have to do is go to goalgettingbook.com, sign up, and you'll get your free audiobook and 30-day free trial. I hope you enjoyed our show. I want you to come back and listen. If you enjoyed it, I hope you will share it with your family and friends. I want to thank you again for being a great listener, for coming back to listen to us often. If you are the first-time listener, well, thank you for showing up, and I hope you will be back. If you like our podcast and want to, you can go to goalgettingpodcast.com/iTunes and subscribe on iTunes and follow us on the podcast app from the iPhone. If you're using the iPhone, if you're on an Android device, they should be releasing the Google Play Store podcast, and I'm approved to be on there, and we'll hopefully be out there for you on the Audible. But you can find us on the SoundCloud or Stitcher apps if you want to follow us on those apps. Thank you very much. Go out today and have a great day.